The second topic of for the your Karnataka CET and the NEET preparation. Already we have completed the first topic, that is nothing but units and the dimension and measurement, okay, along with the few MCQ. So here is the second topic, that is motion in a straight line. So the name itself tell you anything which is moving in a straight line or the along the what straight way, that is known as what motion along a straight line. If you consider a planet around the sun, that is not the motion around the motion in a straight line, that is what circular motion. So anything which is moving in a straight line, that is known as what motion in a straight line, okay. So so I will not go into the what deep of this topic, okay. So just simply I will tell you, okay, what is the meaning of the speed. So already you know the simple definition, or the speed is nothing but the how much distance covered by the object, okay, or vehicle in a given time. So that is nothing but a speed, and it is given by speed is equal to what, distance upon time itself. Speed is equal to what, a distance upon time, where the distance is in meter and time is in seconds, okay. If you take the distance in kilometer, then time must be in hour, okay. So there is what relation. If the distance is in meter, then time should be in seconds. If the distance is in kilometer, then time should be in hour, okay. And already I told you, okay, so I will explain you here. If the distance is given in speed is given in, if it is meter per second, then you can convert it into kilometer per hour by just multiplying 5 by 18. And if the distance, if the speed is given in kilometer per hour, and if you want to convert it into meter per second, then simply you have to multiply by 18 by 5, okay. So that value, okay. So whenever I try to solve the example, you will come to know how to use this relation. So remember, meter to kilometer, multiply that value or that number, that speed 5 by 18, and if it is in kilometer per hour, you have to multiply it what, 18 by 5, okay. Then you will get the answer in meter per second, okay. So here the speed, okay, what is the speed? It is a scalar quantity, and it has a it is a unit what, meter per second or maybe kilometer per hour, okay. And then this is what the dimension formula, that is mLt minus 1, okay. So such a silly questions will not be asked, but you have to know it, okay. Then next is what, the concept of distance and the displacement. So distance and the displacement, okay. So here is the diagram one. If the object started from the A point and it reached B and it reached C point, okay. So object is traveled from A to B and B to C, and this is what the final, he stopped here, okay. Started journey from the A and ends the journey at C. So this is initial position, this is final position. Now how much distance and how much is the displacement is nothing but, distance is nothing but AB plus BC. So actual path, okay, मतलब उसने कितना कैसे ट्रैवल किया है, वो लेंथ, उसका लेंथ क्या होता है, डिस्टेंस. एंड द डिस्प्लेसमेंट इज नथिंग बट द A to C, that is nothing but the distance between the initial point and final point, okay. So displacement is nothing but the A to C. So shortest distance between the initial point and the final point is known as what, displacement, okay. And here is the speed, scalar quantity meter per second, and the dimension, okay. And there are two types of speed, uniform speed and the non-uniform speed. So in case of the uniform speed, if the object is covering equal distance in equal time, okay. Suppose the object is started from the A point and it wants to reach B point. In 1 second it is here, okay, by covering a 10 meter distance. In next 2 seconds it is again covering a 10 meter, and again third second it is also covering a 10 meter, and 4th second it is also covering a 10 meter. So equal time, that means every 1 second it is covering how many meters, 10 meter. Such a speed is known as what, or such a motion is known as what, uniform motion, or the such a speed is known as what, uniform speed, okay. Then non-uniform means what, time will be equal, but the distance covered by the particle is different. Maybe in 1 second he traveled 10 meter, but another 1 second it may travel 8 meter, another 1 second it may travel 12 meter. So time is equal, but the distance is different, okay. So such a motion is known as what, non-uniform motion, okay. Then you have third one, average speed, okay. So remember the formula, average speed can be calculated as total distance traveled by the object and the total time taken, okay. Suppose object is moving from here to here, okay. So he has so many stops, okay. So I will explain here. Suppose okay, So I will drop this, not required now, already explained to you. Suppose the object is traveling from A point to a B point on a straight road. Okay, suppose in this case object travel distance d1 in time t1, and from here to here it travels distance d2 in time t2, and here it is time t3 and distance is d3. Okay, so what will be the speed? So in each case speed will be different. Here it is speed s1, here is the speed s2, and here it is speed s3. So if someone asks you what is the speed of the object from the A to B, so are you going to tell s1, s2 and s3? No. So you have to take the average of this. So unlike the mathematics, average is different, but here the average is different. Okay, so here average speed is nothing but what? Total distance travel, that is total distance is nothing but d1 plus d2 plus d3 divided by total time taken. So t1 plus t2 plus t3. Okay, so this is what the average speed. So here is this one example. If the object is traveling from the A to B, okay, then if suppose from the A to middle point, that is O, it is traveled with speed s1 in time t1, and from O to B it is traveled with speed s2 in time t2, then average speed, okay, average speed is known as what? 2 s1 s2 divided by s1 plus s2. So this is standard formula, remember. Okay, so average speed is equal to what? 2 s1 s2 divided by s1 plus s2. Now if suppose there are 3 different speed and 3 different times are there, okay, but equal distance covered, okay, then the average speed is nothing but 3 s1 s2 s3 divided by s1 plus s2, s2 plus s3 and s3 plus s1. Okay, instead of s you can take it v also, v1 v2 v3 also, that is also possible. Okay, so remember these two standard equations for the average speed. Okay, next, unlike the speed is there is what term velocity. So speed is distance upon time, velocity is what? Displacement upon time, and displacement is a vector quantity and distance is a scalar quantity. Okay, that's why speed is a scalar quantity and a velocity is what? A vector quantity. Okay, and similarly there is a average speed, there is what also? Average velocity. Unlike the average speed is equal to what? Total distance divided by total time, here is the total displacement divided by total time. Okay, you can use this equation also for the velocity. Instead of s1 s2 speed you can take it velocity v1 v2 v1 plus v2. Same here v1 v2 v3 also. Okay, no problem. Okay, depending on the what type of question they have asked. Next is what? The unit of the velocity is meter per second, kilometer per hour. Same conversion is applicable. It is a vector quantity and the dimension formula of the velocity. Okay, the next one is what? Acceleration. Okay, so acceleration means what? How fast any object changing its speed. Okay, suppose initial speed of the object is somewhere. Okay, now consider initial speed of the object is what? 60 kilometer per hour. This is what the initial speed, and after some time t, that means maybe in 5 seconds, in 5 seconds its speed increases to 80 kilometer per hour. 80 kilometer per hour. So how fast object is changing? This is final velocity v, this is initial velocity u. Okay, so the object is increased its speed from 60 kilometer per hour to 80 kilometer per hour in 5 seconds. So acceleration is nothing but the rate of change of velocity. The rate of change, rate means what? Time. At what rate the object has changed its velocity. Okay, मतलब 60 से 80 जाने के लिए 5 सेकंड्स लगते हैं, तो 1 सेकंड में कितना चेंज आ रहा है? दैट इज नथिंग बट व्हाट? एक्सेलरेशन. So here it is, that's why written as acceleration is nothing but change in velocity divided by time taken to change. So change in velocity means what? Final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. So v is final velocity, u is initial velocity. Okay, and then acceleration is a vector quantity. It may be positive, it may be negative, or it may be zero depending. Okay, and when the object has a positive acceleration, it is known as an accelerated motion because its speed is increasing. Okay, when you throw any object upward, okay, its speed is decreases, that is nothing but the retardation. And when the object falls from the top of any building, its speed is goes on increases every time. So that is nothing but the positive acceleration. And zero acceleration means what? Anything which is moving with a constant speed. मतलब यहाँ पे भी speed 60 km/h, यहाँ पे भी 60 km/h. So 60 minus 60, you will get 0. Final minus initial, you will get what? 0. So that's why acceleration becomes 0. So it is measured in the meter per second square. Unit is meter per second square, and this is what the dimension formula. Okay, next. Okay, so there are what? Instantaneous speed or velocity, and there is what? Instantaneous acceleration. Okay, so remember these formulas are very important. Okay, if anything is moving, so if someone asks you what is the speed of the object, okay, then instantaneous, that means what? At that moment, what will be the speed in next 5 seconds? In next 5 seconds, what will be the speed of the object? In next 5 seconds or maybe 2 seconds, what will be the acceleration of the object? So that can be calculated, known as what? Instantaneous speed or instantaneous acceleration. And instantaneous speed is calculated by v is equal to what? Dx by dt. And dx is nothing but change in position with respect to time, and that is nothing but the what? Definition of the velocity. Okay, and here acceleration is what? Okay, change in velocity, so that is nothing but the dv. Okay, so this is what the last thing, okay, you have to know. So acceleration is equal to what? Dv by dt, change in velocity, dv. Okay, so remember, whenever the x is given, so you can find out the velocity by differentiating x with respect to dt, and that x is nothing but what? Distance. And whenever you have velocity, okay, so you can easily find out the acceleration, just differentiate that velocity with respect to dt. Okay, so dv by dt and dx by dt. Okay, so here is the one example. Okay, I have to tell you regarding this dx by dt and dv by dt. Now suppose any object is moving and its distance and the time relation is given. Distance and the time relation is given. This is 25. Distance and the time relation is given. Now someone asks you, if x is equal to what? 4t square minus 15t plus 25. They will ask you, find out the acceleration and the velocity. Okay, so x is given to time, that is nothing but what? Dx by dt. So v is equal to what? Dx by dt. So 4t square, so what is the differentiation of the t square? It becomes 2t. So 2 multiplied by 4, you will get 8t. And differentiation of this 25, constant 0. So differentiation of this t 1, so it becomes minus 15. So this is what your velocity. Okay, and then acceleration is equal to what? Dv by dt. But we know v is nothing but 8t minus 15, already calculated. So differentiate this with respect to time. So d 8t minus 15 dx. Okay, so differentiation of t 1, so it becomes 8 itself. Differentiation of minus 15 0. Okay, so acceleration is equal to what? 8 meter per second square. Okay, so this is what all about the some basic things regarding the what? Your motion in a straight line. Okay, so if you have still any doubts, so just go back, okay, and revise the things. Okay, because I cannot explain each and everything to you. Okay, it is very difficult to explain the things. Okay, so remember these all the standard formulas. Okay, and especially the dx by dt and dv by dt. Okay, so next we will see the next part of this topic is, okay, so next part of this topic is there are some kinematic equations. Okay, so kinematic equation is what? The equation which represents, okay, the equation which represents velocity, initial velocity, final velocity, acceleration, time, distance. Okay, so all this quantity, there is what? A relation, because if anything is moving, of course it is going to be cover some distance in certain time with certain velocity, okay, with certain acceleration. So those all the parameters you have to fit into one equation, or maybe one or more equations. So those equations are known as what? Kinematic equation. Okay, so here is the first equation, that is v is equal to u plus at. Okay, so remember, okay, so be careful, where v final velocity, u initial velocity, a acceleration, t time. Okay, next second equation is what? V square is equal to what? U square plus 2as. Okay, so v again final velocity, u initial velocity, a acceleration, s is nothing but the distance. Okay, so remember s is nothing but distance. Okay, so here it is again distance is equal to what? That is s is equal to ut plus half at square, where u initial velocity, t time, acceleration, okay, and then here t is nothing but the time. Okay, so in these three equations you have everything: initial velocity, final velocity, acceleration, distance, time. Okay, so such equations are known as what? Kinematic equation. So remember these equations and इसको अप्लाई करने का भी तरीका कैसे है, जब आप न्यूमेरिकल्स पढ़ते हो तभी उसको आप ठीक से अप्लाई करोगे. ओके, सो सपोज इफ आई आस्क यू, suppose if the object is started from here, okay, object is started from here with initial velocity u, okay, and after some times the object is here, okay, with final velocity v, okay, in time t. Then if someone asks you what is the distance covered by the object, okay, so what is this distance is, and that is nothing but the s. So which equation you are going to apply? If you want to find out the s, okay, acceleration is not given. Okay, suppose acceleration is constant here, okay, at the rate of the velocity changing, acceleration is constant, then you can apply this equation to find out the distance. Okay, so okay, whenever I try to solve the examples, you will come to know how to apply these equations. Okay, next, so there is what another term, distance traveled in nth second. Distance traveled in what? Nth second. Okay, now suppose if the object is here and it is moving, okay, when it becomes time is 4 seconds. Time is what? 4 seconds. Okay, so from 4 seconds to 5 seconds, how much distance it has covered? That is nothing but the distance in the nth second. Okay, that means 4 seconds are completed. Now 5th second is going to be completed. So in 5th second, how much distance it is covered? Okay, so that is equation is what? S 5th second u plus a divided by 2n minus 1, where n is nothing but what again? Which seconds? 5th second, 4th second. Okay, and this is Snth is given by what? Sn minus 1. Okay, so here you can see here your job is to find out the distance covered in this time. Okay, after 4 seconds and before 4 seconds. So how much distance covered by the object? Okay, so it is nothing but the what? Distance covered from here to 5th second minus distance covered by the here to here. Okay, so it is distance is s 5th minus s 4th. Okay, so s 4th, how it comes? Okay, it becomes what? S4 minus s5 minus 5 minus 1, it becomes 4. Okay, so understood? Okay, nth second मतलब क्या है? If they ask 5th second, ठीक है, तो 4 सेकेंड और 5th सेकेंड के बीच में डिस्टेंस कितना कवर किया है? ओके, द लास्ट सेकेंड. इफ दे आस्क 6th सेकेंड, देन द डिस्टेंस बिटवीन द व्हाट? 5th सेकेंड्स एंड द 6th सेकेंड. ओके, सो दिस इज व्हाट द इक्वेशन एंड इंपॉर्टेंट वन. सो यू हैव टू mark this equation. Okay, s nth is equal to what? U, initial velocity, a, acceleration, n is nothing but the seconds, nth second, 5th second, then 5, 6th second 6, 7th second 7, 8th second 8. Okay, so this is the thing. Next is what? A motion under the gravity, or sometimes it is known as a free fall. Okay, free fall means what? It is falling like this. Okay, so this is known as what? Motion under the gravity, because this object is pulled by a gravity, that's why it is accelerated, that's why it is falling. So that fall motion is known as what? Free fall motion. Okay, so this free fall motion is also a straight line motion, because when you drop the object, it is moving in a straight line, and the straight line equation, you have these three equations. So these three equations can be applicable to what? A free fall motion also. But there are difference. Some objects may fall from the top to bottom, okay, or maybe some objects will throw upside also. Okay, so some objects are moving downward, or some objects are moving upward, okay, or vertically upward. Okay, so in both the cases there is what? Difference. And in free fall motion, a becomes g, and here it is a, acceleration, but there becomes what? A becomes g. So when g becomes plus and minus, okay, so when the object is falling from the height towards the ground, okay, that means this case, if the object is falling from the height towards the ground, then a is equal to what? G, because gravity is also pulling down and the velocity is also same direction, so both are in the same direction. So equation becomes v is equal to what? U plus gt, because here a is nothing but plus g. Okay, same way, v square is equal to what? U square plus 2gh. H is equal to what? So I am taking here, instead of this s, Okay, s is nothing but the distance itself. Okay, so when I drop here from here, and this is the ground, so this is what a distance from that object to ground, that is nothing but the s itself, but that s can be now taken as a height h. Okay, so don't get confused, s and h both are same. Okay, so because it is dropping from the height, so you have to take h. H is equal to what? Ut plus half g t square. So these are the what kinematic equation for the free fall motion when the object is falling towards the earth. Okay, now when the object is moving from the earth vertically upward, okay, then velocity is upward and the acceleration is again tilt downwards. So velocity is up and acceleration is down, so both are opposite direction. So here a becomes minus g. So all this equation changes only plus minus plus minus plus minus. Okay, then so next is what? Maximum height. Okay, now suppose if I throw this object upward, okay, so it will go up to the certain height and it again fall back. So how high this object will move, or how high it will attain its height. Okay, if you throw a ball, how much high it will go. Okay, so that height can be calculated by using the this equation. So if you throw with initial velocity u and if the ball reach to height h, okay, its final velocity becomes 0, क्योंकि ये ऊपर जाके ऐसे रुकता है ना, so final velocity becomes 0 and then again fall back. So h height, so you can say maximum height h max is equal to what? U square divided by 2g, and from when you throw this object from here to reach maximum height h max, it takes certain time. Okay, मतलब यहाँ से ऑब्जेक्ट यहाँ पे जाने के लिए थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा. So that time is nothing but t is equal to what? U by g. U is nothing but initial velocity. Okay, suppose if I throw this object with 10 meter per second initial velocity, so how much high it will go, okay, and then how much time it will take to reach the maximum height. So that is nothing but the t is equal to what? U by g. Okay, and there is what? Time of flight. Okay, so this is what the last thing, the total time of flight. So whenever you throw the object, definitely it is going to be come down. Okay, so the time required to move to maximum height and to come back. Okay, that means what? When you throw this object, it will move maximum height and it will come back. So this the time required to move, okay, upward side, that is maximum height, and come back to again same position, that is known as what? Time of flight. Okay, मतलब कोई भी ऑब्जेक्ट आप फेंको, वापस आपके पास आएगा, तो फेंकने के बाद वापस आपके पास आने के लिए कितना टाइम लगा. ओके, हाउ मच टाइम इट हैज़ टेकन टू कम बैक टू यू. ओके, सो दैट इज नथिंग बट द टाइम ऑफ फ्लाइट. टी इज इक्वल टू व्हाट? 2u by g. तो इससे क्या पता चलता है? जितने टाइम में ये ऊपर जाएगा उतना ही टाइम नीचे आएगा. अगर ये 1 सेकंड में मैक्सिमम हाइट जा रहा है तो 1 सेकंड में वापस आएगा. दैट मीन्स टोटल टाइम ऑफ फ्लाइट इज हाउ मच? 2 सेकंड्स. जाने के लिए 1 सेकंड, आने के लिए 1 सेकंड. ओके, सो दिस इज व्हाट t इज इक्वल टू 2u by g. ओके, नेक्स्ट, when suppose this is the object, okay, and if you drop here, okay, this is the ground, earth. Okay, when you or maybe say this is height h, this is height h. When you drop this object, initially it is at rest, that means initial velocity is 0. Okay, so next is when you drop it before reaching to the ground, that means when it reach the ground, what will be the velocity it gained. Okay, जैसे आपने छोड़ा, ये मूव होते होते जाएगा, फाइनल ग्राउंड को टच होने से पहले इसकी वेलोसिटी कितनी है. मतलब ये h हाइट अगर है तो इस h हाइट तक इसकी वेलोसिटी कितनी हो जाएगी. सो दैट वेलोसिटी इज नथिंग बट दिस, v इज इक्वल टू व्हाट? अंडर रूट ऑफ 2gh. Okay, so velocity of the body attained when it is dropped from the certain height. अब कितनी भी हाइट से फेंको, okay, so it will attain the velocity how much? v is equal to what? Under root of 2gh, where in every case g is equal to what? 9.8 meter per second square. Okay, sometimes, and if the in question bank, if they are given, they will give you a round figure, g is equal to what? 10 meter per second square. Correct? Okay, so this is what the final things I have to tell you. The next one we will see. Okay, so try to understand this concept. These equations are very important. Okay, free fall motion is also important, and these some equations, how much time it will take to reach the maximum height and come back, that is nothing but the time of flight. वन वे टाइम इज मतलब यहाँ से यहाँ जाने के लिए t इज इक्वल टू व्हाट u बाई जी, वापस आने के लिए अगेन u बाई जी, दैट्स वाई इट बिकम्स 2u बाई जी. ओके, एंड देन वेलोसिटी गेन व्हेन यू ड्रॉप समथिंग from the height. Okay, so maximum velocity it will gain, that is given by what, v is equal to what, under root of 2gh. Okay, so next important part is so here are the some MCQ. Okay, we have to solve up to whatever we have seen. Okay, the basic theory belongs to that only you have seen this MCQ. Okay, so the first one, a car travels from A to B, okay, at speed 20 km per hour. Okay, so each and every term you have to mark it. Okay, so this is what the speed from A to B, and the returns at a speed of 30 km per hour. Okay, the average speed of the whole journey. Okay, that means if you want to draw the diagram also you can draw it. Okay, so here it is B and A. So from A to B it is moving with what, 20 km per hour, and from B to A it becomes what, 30 km per hour. Okay, so this is what the speed V1 and this is speed V2. Okay, so V is also okay, or you can take the S also, S1 and S2. So already I told you average speed or average speed is equal to what. Okay, when the two speeds are given it can be calculated as 2 v1 v2 divided by what, v1 plus v2. So 2 v1 is 20, v2 is 30 divided by what, 20 plus 30. Okay, so it becomes what, 2 into, keep as it is, or you can make it 600. Okay, because 2 into 3 6 and this 2 0, and 20 plus 30 it becomes what, 50. Okay, so 1 0 1 0 will cancel out. Okay, so 12. Okay, 12 5s are 60, and this 12 and this 2 multiply, you will get what, so average speed is equal to what, 24 kmph, and average speed is equal to what, 24 kmph. So answer is what, B. Answer is B. Okay, so moving towards the next one, the velocity is given by. Okay, so this is what the velocity with respect to time. So velocity is the function of t. Okay, there is no meaning of this, if the t is not there that is also okay. Okay, so it is given as a confusion part to make a confuse you. Okay, so Vt is equal to what, c2 t square plus c1 t plus c naught, where you can say c1 c2 and c naught are the constant. Okay, acceleration of the particle at t is equal to 1 second, at t is equal to 1 second is, you have to find out the what, acceleration. Okay, so velocity is given as the function of time, then you know acceleration is equal to what, dv by dt, already told you. That means what, velocity you have to differentiate with respect to time. Okay, so here it is a, okay, differentiation of with respect to time of v, but v is equal to what, c2 t square. So c2 t square plus c1 t, okay, and then plus c naught. Okay, now solve this acceleration. Okay, so c2 constant, t square, what is the differentiation of the t square, it becomes 2t. So it becomes 2 c2 t plus t is, okay, differentiation of t is 1, and this is c1 as it is, c1, correct, and plus constant, that is 0 because there is no t, so differentiation of the c naught becomes 0. So this is what the acceleration. Now acceleration of the particle at t is equal to 1 second, as t is equal to 1 second. So when given t is equal to what, 1 second you have to place. So when you place this t with 1 second, you will get a is equal to what, 2 c2 plus c1, 2 c2 plus c1. So which option is there, here it is 2 c2 plus c1, or you can rearrange the terms, a is equal to what, c1 plus 2 c2 also, that this is also correct. Okay, so option A is correct. Okay, so that's why I told you, remember such a kind of equations. Okay, v is given, dv by dt, x is given, dx by dt is velocity. Okay, so next, the position x of a particle varies as with time t. Okay, the equation is given. So this is what the position of the time varies with time. Okay, the acceleration will be 0 at time t equal to what? Okay, so how to solve? Okay, x is given, a t square plus minus b t cube. Okay, we know acceleration is equal to what? dv by dt, but velocity is not given. So first find out the velocity by using the x. We know velocity is equal to what? dx by dt, correct? Dx by dt. So differentiate this term. Okay, so I will directly resolve this. A b constant, so a, okay, differentiation of t square becomes 2t, so it becomes 2at minus differentiation of this one t cube, it becomes 3bt square. Okay, because differentiation of x raised to n, it is nothing but what? N into x raised to n minus 1 itself. Okay, so depending on that, so this is what velocity you got. Okay, now acceleration is what? Therefore acceleration is what? dv by dt, and v already you know. Okay, so this is what your v, that is 2at minus 3bt square. This is what your velocity. Okay, so differentiation this with respect to time, you will get what? T becomes 1 and 2a is a constant, so differentiation of this t become 1, so it becomes 2a itself, minus differentiation of the t square becomes what? 2t, so 2t multiplied by 3, it becomes 60, so it becomes 6bt. Okay, so therefore acceleration is equal to what? Therefore a is equal to what? 2a minus 6bt. 2a minus 6bt. Now the question is what? Acceleration will be 0 at t is equal to what? So acceleration is 0, therefore 0 is equal to what? 2a minus 6bt. Okay, so take this 2a here, 2a is equal to what? 6bt. Okay, solve this for the t is equal to what? 2a by 6b, so 2 3s are 6, therefore your answer is what? T is equal to what? A by 3b. Okay, so 2 3s are 6, so left is what? Only a by b and 3, so option is A, correct. Okay, so next, this one. Okay, the fourth one, a body is standing at the top of the tower. Not body, a boy standing. So this is what the tower you have. Okay, and here the boy is standing. Okay, and he drops. So what is the height of this tower? That is 20 meter. Okay, and he drops a stone. Okay, he drops a stone downward. Okay, from that height. Okay, with acceleration due to gravity is how much? Taken 10 meter per second. With what velocity it hits the ground? मतलब ऐसे स्टोन फेंका तो उसकी ग्राउंड को हिट करने से पहले उसकी वेलोसिटी कितनी होगी? ओके, सो ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू, okay, in the previous lecture, that is free fall motion, the last equation, the velocity with which it will hit the ground when you drop any object with a certain height, and that is given by what? V is equal to what? Under root of 2gh. Direct formula. Okay, so here V is equal to what? Under root of 2 into g is 10 into h is 20. Sorry, it becomes 20. So V is equal to what? Okay, so 2, it becomes 20 into 20. So V is equal to what? Under root of 400. So it becomes what? 20 meter per second. Root of 400 becomes 20. So option is B. Option is what? Your B. Okay, so these are what some type of questions. Okay, so moving towards the next, we will solve some again a few questions. Okay, so just note it down. So hello dear student. Okay, so now we are going to deal with the graphical representation of the what? Motion. Already we have studied the equations of the motion, those 3 equations. Okay, and then free fall motion, and then how the free fall motion, how the kinematic equation changes. Okay, if the body is moving upward direction, then what, A becomes minus g, and if the body is falling from the top of any building, or maybe from the what, upward direction, then towards the ground, then the A becomes what, plus g. Okay, so here now graphical representation of the motion is very important, and the nowadays the questions are more focused on this segment. Okay, so graphical representation of the motion is very important for the what, your maybe CET or maybe NEET examination. So first there are two types of graphical representation. Actually there are so many. You can plot the graph between the what, velocity, time, acceleration, time, between the what, velocity and the distance, between the what, acceleration and the distance. Okay, but there are major two graphs. Okay, one is what, distance and time graph. Okay, and whenever you heard about the graph, that means what, you have to plot xy axis. On along the x-axis you have to take one parameter, and along the y-axis you have to take another parameter or physical quantity. Okay, so what is the meaning of this graphical representation? When suppose if the body is moving, okay, if the car is moving at a certain speed, okay, then in every minute or maybe in every hour, if you note down the speed, that means in 1 hour the speed is this much, in next 1 hour the speed is this much, in next 1 hour the speed is this much. Okay, so if you take the time, okay, so you will get the data of time as well as the speed, corresponding speed. Okay, so if you plot the graph of speed and the time, or maybe distance and the time, so you will get a certain graph or the nature, you will get a certain line, and by seeing that line you will judge whether the body object is moving with uniform motion or non-uniform motion, or whether it is accelerated or whether it is accelerated. Okay, so without knowing the data, okay, from the graph you can also judge the type of motion or the nature of the motion itself. Correct. So here is the first one, distance and the time graph. Okay, where the distance is plotted against the along the what, y-axis, and the time is plotted along the what, x-axis. Okay, and then depending on this you have different types of graph, that is distance and time graph. Okay, so first, object is at rest. When the object is at rest, means that means what, it is not moving, it is not covering any distance, it is not moving with any speed. So speed is 0, distance is 0, everything is 0. Correct. So but the time is passes. ठीक है, अभी आप रुके हो इसका मतलब नहीं कि टाइम भी रुका है. करेक्ट. सो टाइम विल गो ऑन मूविंग. ओके, सो एज द टाइम इंक्रीजेस, स्पीड और द डिस्टेंस इज व्हाट, सेम. Okay, that means position of the object is fixed, and if the position of the object is fixed, that means what, it is at rest position, where slope of this graph is 0. Okay, where slope of the graph is 0 means what, theta is equal to 0 here in this case. Okay, so you can see here, if this is a straight line, then almost theta is equal to what, 0 itself. You cannot draw any triangle on this. Okay, or you cannot take any slope. Okay, so next one is what, if the body is moving with uniform speed. Okay, uniform speed means what, equal distance in equal time. Okay, already yesterday in the previous video I have told you. Okay, so uniform speed means what, equal distance and equal time. So in 1 hour this much distance, in 2 hours this much distance. So if you join all the points, you will get a straight line passing through the origin. You will get what, straight line passing through the what, origin. Okay, so this is what the nature of the graph for the what, uniform motion. Remember. Okay, so in uniform motion always you will get a straight line passing through the what, origin. Okay, but not necessarily always from the origin. Okay, sometimes they may ask you this nature also, this line. Okay, so it is also uniform but after some velocity. So here it is what, some initial velocity is there, and after some initial velocity it acquires the uniform velocity. Okay, so this is what the inference. Okay, so remember that one. Okay, and then if you plot the slope, if you take the slope at any point, okay, you already know how to take the slope in the graph. So you have to plot you have to take any 2 points A, B, and just draw the perpendicular lines, and where the 2 lines meet, make it third point, and slope is nothing but what, this BC divided by AC, BC divided by AC. And whenever you take the slope of the distance and the time graph, you will always get speed. Remember, slope of the distance and the time graph will always give you what, speed quantity. Okay, at any point. Okay, so next one is what, a body moving with non-uniform velocity. Okay, non-uniform velocity means what, or non-uniform speed means what, unequal distance in equal time. Okay, so it is not uniform. Okay, so you will get this graph. Okay, but it is accelerated. Accelerated means what? As the time passes, the speed of the car or speed of the vehicle is increasing itself. Okay, because A is positive here, acceleration is positive. Okay, so this is what the nature of the graph for the what? Accelerated motion, or you can say speeding up. Speeding up means what? Speed is increases. Okay, and here theta is increases, always theta is increases. Suppose if I take the 2 points, so here and here. Okay, if I draw two lines, okay, so A, B, C, and this is what the theta. Okay, now if I take the point here, you can see here the theta is more here, you can see here theta is less here and theta is larger here. So as you move up, okay, that means car speeding up, that means what? Theta is increases. Okay, so remember this one, in which case the theta is increases. Okay, and exactly opposite of this is nothing but what? A body is moving with non-uniform velocity but retardation. Retardation means what? Speed decreases, where the acceleration is negative. Acceleration is negative and the speeding down, that means car or vehicle is going to be stopped because of applying the brake. Okay, so this kind of nature you will get, and here theta goes on decreases. Theta goes on decreases. If you take the any 2 points here and here, if you plot the graph, okay, so this is what your theta. Now take this two line, now you can see here the theta is smaller here and theta is larger here. Okay, so theta goes on decreases. Okay, so in case of this, so you have to just know how this graph is explained. Okay, what is the meaning of this line? Okay, what is the meaning of this line? As the t increases, distances goes on. Okay, distances goes on increases, but after that it becomes constant, and it becomes constant distance. Whenever the distance is constant, that means what? Object is at rest position. You can see here distance is constant, object is at rest position. Okay, so now there are some graph. Okay, or you can say there is what? One more point, slope of the distance and the time graph will always give what? Speed. Okay, so remember this one. Okay, so next one, fifth graph is what? As the time increases, distance goes on decreases. Distance goes on decreases. It never happens. Okay, because distance is always a positive quantity. Okay, always a positive quantity. It never decreases. It never decreases. Hence, this graph is not possible. Remember, sometimes the questions will be asked below given diagram or below given graph, which graph is not possible. Okay, so at that time you have to know such a things. Okay, now here this one, so suppose if you take the time here, I will draw one line here. Okay, so at this time the object is also here and object is also here. So is it possible? मतलब एक object एक ही time पे दो जगह है. That means if you consider yourself, you are in Belgaum as well as in Goa at the one time. Is it possible? No. Okay, so you will be in the one place or maybe on the second place, but you cannot be simultaneously on the both the places at the same time. So this graph is also not possible. Not possible. Okay, that means it is not true. Okay, it is not. You can see here, as the distance as the time increases, speed is increases decreases. Sorry, distance is increases decreases. So it is not happening. Okay, so next is what? The seventh case. Distance is increases, but the time is constant. So time is constant means what? Time is stopped. Okay, so time kabhi rukta hai kya? Never. Okay, so this is also not possible. This is also not possible. Okay, so you have to know which diagrams can be possible and cannot be possible itself. Okay, so these are some nature of the graphs you have to know. Okay, so just have a look. Okay, and understand it. Especially the slope of the distance and the time graph will always give you what? The speed of the vehicle or speed of the object. Okay, and then which graphs can be possible and cannot be possible, which graph is accelerated, which graph is deaccelerated or retardation. Okay, and when the theta increases and when the theta decreases. Okay, so we're moving towards the what? Next part we'll see. So now already we have seen the distance and the time graph, that is the graphical representation of the what? Motion. Next is important graphical representation of the motion is what? Velocity and the time graph. That means you have to plot the graph between the velocity and the time. So VT graph, it is known as what? VT graph. So here velocity is plotted along the what? Y-axis, and the time is plotted along the what? X-axis. And whatever the graph you will get, okay, nature of the graph or nature of the line you will get, from that line you will conclude which type of motion is this, whether it is uniform, whether it is non-uniform. Okay, so without knowing the data or the numbers, so if you just look at the graph, you can easily find out the nature of the motion. Okay, so first one is a body moving with a uniform velocity. That means velocity is constant. If anything is moving with 60 km per hour, in the next hour also 60 km per hour, in next hour also 60 km per hour, that means time passes, the velocity is constant. So this is the nature of the graph, you can see here. Okay, velocity at the same line, that means parallel to the what? Time axis, parallel to the time axis. Okay, so here the velocity is equal to what? Constant, that means same throughout the journey. If you are traveling from the one place to another place with the same speed, 60 km per hour, okay, so you will get this graph, okay, because time is increases, but the speed is constant. Okay, next, a body is moving with uniform acceleration. Uniform acceleration means what? A is constant and it is speeding up. You can see here this graph is nothing but speeding up. That means speed is increases at the same rate. Example, free fall motion, you can take free fall motion. Okay, so here the velocity and the time graph will be represented by this straight line passing through the what? Origin. Straight line passing through the what? Origin. Okay, so this is what the uniform acceleration, and then A is constant but it is speeding up, that means velocity increases. And if you drop any slope on this graph, the slope will always give you what? Acceleration of the object. Unlike the distance and the time graph, if you calculate the slope of the graph, you will get the speed, but here velocity and the time graph, it will give you what? Acceleration. So remember. Okay, and then okay, next one is what? A body started with initial velocity u. Okay, that means already body is in motion, and after that certain velocity the body acquires the uniform motion. Okay, so here it is what? This line, this segment is known as what? Its initial velocity. Okay, and after that it move with uniform acceleration. Uniform acceleration. Okay, that means A again here constant, A here again constant. Okay, but velocity goes on increases as the time passes. Next is with increasing acceleration. Okay, with increasing acceleration means what? Every time you are increasing the speed, and when you increase the speed, when you accelerate it, okay, so you will get this graph here. The theta is always increases. Okay, in the previous case I already told you how the theta increases and theta decreases. Okay, so here it is non-uniform motion but speed. Okay, non-uniform speed or non-uniform velocity, but it is accelerated motion. Accelerated means what? Speed goes on increases, speed goes on increases, or velocity goes on increases. Here with retardation, retardation means what? Speed or the velocity goes on decreases. Okay, or it is going to be constant. So here theta decreases and you will get this kind of a graph. Okay, so remember, retardation means what? Decrease in speed. Okay, so decreases in speed, decreases in speed. Okay, where theta is decreases. And here whenever the object in free fall, okay, so if I drop this, okay, so you can consider any ball. Okay, so let me show you. If suppose this is one ball, okay, and if you drop it, because this is also a straight line motion, if you drop it, its velocity goes on increases, and after some times, okay, it bounces back. Okay, now suppose the opposite case, if I throw back, okay, if I throw vertically upward with certain velocity. So certain velocity means what? There is a certain velocity, but can you say that its velocity goes on increases or decreases as this object is move up? Okay, its velocity goes on decreases and becomes zero at maximum height. Okay, and again fall back. Okay, so when you throw up, it becomes what? Velocity decreases. Okay, so here as the time passes, velocity goes on decreases, and at certain time, certain height, velocity becomes zero, and after that again it will fall back with increasing velocity. So it becomes increasing velocity. But this case is what? When we neglect the air resistance. Okay, when we neglect the air resistance. Okay, so if the picture is getting bright, okay, so due to the sunlight it may happens. Okay, if the picture is getting bright, then you can adjust your screen brightness, mobile brightness. Okay, because sunlight is sometimes it is getting dark and it is getting bright also. So now here it is neglecting the air resistance, and here it is what, this one with air resistance. That means what, if it is moving through the air, so air will apply the some resistance to stop this. Okay, if you neglect the air, then you will get this graph. If you consider the air presence, or if you consider the resistance of the air, then you will get this kind of a graph. Okay, so remember, okay, so this is what uniformly accelerated and deaccelerated, and here it is uniformly accelerated and deaccelerated, only this much, with air resistance, neglecting the air resistance and with air resistance. Okay, so get the difference between these two graphs. Okay, and already told you the slope of the graph, VT graph, will give you what, acceleration. Okay, and then area under the VT graph will give you what, distance or the displacement. Okay, so now area under the VT graph, suppose this is what the graph you got, and someone asks you calculate the displacement or distance from the VT graph. So just from here to here, this is what your graph. So you have to just drop a perpendicular, and whatever the area you have this, okay, जो भी इसका एरिया निकालोगे वो क्या होगा आपका, डिस्टेंस और डिस्प्लेसमेंट होगा, डिस्टेंस और डिस्प्लेसमेंट. ओके, अनलाइक इन दिस केस, इफ आई सपोज दिस इज व्हाट द ग्राफ, okay, or you can say velocity in time graph, you will get this much. Okay, मतलब कुछ ऐसा ग्राफ आया. So if someone asks you calculate the distance and the time graph, so area is nothing but what, area under the graph. So area under the graph itself nothing but the triangle, and what is the area of the triangle, it is nothing but the half into base into height. Okay, so whatever the area you will get, you can apply this just geometrical equation. Okay, if you got something else like this much, okay, ऐसा ग्राफ है आपको. So what is the displacement, you have to draw the this one perpendicular, and this area is nothing but the displacement or distance. Okay, now what is the area of the parallelogram, that is nothing but the what, area of the rectangular. So height into base. Okay, simple it is. So area under the VT graph always give you what, distance and the displacement. Okay, so these are the what some points regarding the acceleration, or you can say distance and the time graph. Okay, and now we will try to solve some numericals belongs to the what, this up to this completed segment or section. Okay, so thank you. Okay, so student, here are the some numericals. Okay, so we will start with the first numerical. Okay, the velocity time relation of an electron starting from the rest. Okay, so starting from the rest means initial velocity you have to take 0. Okay, so remember, while reading the any MCQ or the statement, you have to know the keywords. Starting from the rest means what, initial velocity is 0. Okay, is given by v is equal to what, kt. V is equal to what, kt. Okay, where k is 2 meter per second square. Okay, that may be anything, maybe acceleration. From this unit you can say this can be a acceleration. Then the distance covered in 3 seconds. The distance covered in 3 seconds is 8 meter, 9 meter, 12 meter and 6 meter. Okay, so pause the video and try yourself first, and then of course I am going to be solve itself. Okay, so here v is given, v is equal to what, k into t. Okay, then if you want to calculate the distance cover, so if you remember the 3 kinematic equation, v is equal to what, u plus at, s is equal to what, ut plus half a t square, and v is equal to what, v square is equal to what, u square plus 2as. Okay, so these are the what, some equations. Okay, but if you want to calculate the displacement or the distance, that means s you have to calculate. So this formula is not going to apply because there is no s. Okay, but if you want to calculate the s by using this equation, you have to know a. T is given, u is 0, so 0 multiplied by t is 0. Okay, so only a you have to know, so a we don't know. If you consider in this equation v, okay, u square and then 2as, correct, but if you consider here the v square, okay, so exact value of the v is not given, it is given in the form of what, k and t. It is given the form of what, k and t itself. Okay, so you can use simply this equation, okay, where you want to follow or you want to find the acceleration itself. Okay, so if you want to find out the acceleration, so acceleration is nothing but what, itself dv by dt rate of change of velocity with respect to time. So that means what, you have to differentiate with this respect to t, and when you differentiate this, you will get the k itself. You will get the k, and that k value, how much it is, 2 meter per second square itself. Okay, so acceleration you got. Now distance travel, s is equal to what, ut plus half a t square. Okay, so s is equal to what, u, initial velocity is 0, so 0 multiplied by t, you will get 0 plus half into a is nothing but what, 2 itself, and t, time is how much, 3 seconds, so it becomes 3 square. So 2 cancel out, everything will cancel out, so s is equal to what, nothing but the 3 square. So distance is nothing but what, 9 meter itself. Distance is nothing but 9 meter. So option B is correct. Okay, next one, it depends on the what, graphical representation. Which graph relates uniform acceleration? So uniform acceleration means what, if you plot the graph of speed, velocity and the time. Okay, so uniform acceleration means what, you can say this kind of a graph you will get, uniform acceleration, correct. So options A, option B, option C and option D. Okay, but uniform acceleration is plotted between the what, velocity and the time graph, but here it is asked between the what, distance and the time, distance and the time. So in case of the uniform acceleration, okay, so velocity goes on increases, velocity goes on increases, but with uniform acceleration, so every time the distance is also goes on increases, distance is also goes on increases, and it never decreases. So you can consider this graph. Okay, so distance is goes on increases, but it is uniformly. Okay, so this cannot be possible because this is what, equal distance in equal time, but acceleration is here a constant. That means what, every time the velocity is increases, and every time the velocity is increases, that means what, in each time, in each time interval, the distance is also different, distance is also different. So this graph is not possible. Okay, here distance is increases and decreases, of course not possible because it is uniform acceleration. Velocity increases always, so distance is always increases, but here it is increases and decreases, so this graph is also not possible. And here you can say after some time the distance or the displacement is what, almost constant, correct. But distance is cannot be constant because here it is velocity goes on increases, speed or distance is also goes on increases, so this graph is also not possible. So distance always goes on increases, as the time passes the distance goes on increases, so this graph will be represented the answer for this. Okay, so that is nothing but the A option. Okay, so remember. And then next is, a body is thrown vertically upward, with which a following graph represent the speed and the time graph if the air resistance is not neglected. Word is important, not neglected means what, there will be what, air resistance. Okay, so if you consider this, you will get to 14. Okay, so already in the free fall motion, velocity and the time graph I told you. Okay, so there are two kind of a graph, in the presence of air, in the absence of air. So this not possible, this also not possible, so there are two last graph. Okay, already told you, this is what, if the air resistance is neglected, this is what, if the air resistance is considered. But here the question is what, resistance, air resistance is not neglected means what, it is considered, so automatically you will get to what, this graph. So sometimes you have to know the graph nature. Okay, so already told you in the free fall motion, in the velocity time graph, correct. Next is so next what will be the ratio of the distance moved by the freely falling body from the rest in the 4th second and in the 5th second of the journey? Okay, so in case of the freely falling body, I told you s nth is equal to what, it becomes what, u plus, okay, g by 2 into 2n minus 1. Already this equation you know, s nth. Okay, so sometimes you have to know the equations, then and then only it is possible to solve the such equations. Okay, so in the 4th second and in the 5th second. Okay, so suppose if the body is falling down, okay, on the ground, okay, so what ground, and initial velocity is what, almost 0. When you drop here, it covers certain distance, maybe here it is 4 seconds and maybe here it is 5 seconds. Okay, so in the 4 second means what, after third seconds and this much distance, and in the fifth second means what, after fourth second to fifth second. So distance here it is s fourth and this is what, s fifth. So what will be the ratio? Ratio means what, s fourth divided by s fifth, you have to find out. Okay, that is a ratio. Okay, so applying this equation you can find out easily. Okay. So but starting from the rest, that means what, u is equal to 0. Okay, so simply this equation can be written as s nth is equal to what, g by 2n minus 1 itself, 2n minus 1 itself. Okay, so in case of the fourth second, okay, so it becomes g by 2. Okay, so n becomes 4 because it is fourth second. So 2 into 4, 8 minus 1, it becomes 7. Okay, and in case of the fifth second, okay, it becomes g by 2, 2 into 5, 10 and then minus 1, it becomes what, 9 itself, it becomes 9. Okay, so divide this, s4 divided by s5. Okay, so it becomes what, 7g by 2 divided by what, 9g by 2. Okay, so it becomes what, 7g by 2 multiplied by 2 by 9g. So g cancel out, 2 cancel out. So s fourth and s fifth is equal to what, 7 by 9 itself. Okay, so option is B, 7 by 9. Okay, so these are the the questions. Okay, so we will move towards the next question. Okay, so remember this and get the idea how to solve equation are important. Okay.